Hi everyone, I'm Allie.
Hi, I'm Anna.
And we are going to unpack this month's June subscription box for you. So if you're lucky enough to get one of these subscription boxes this month, we're going to unpack the best box and then we'll show you the additional materials that are in the XL. So Anna, what is the box theme for the month?
The theme this month is Serengeti Safari.
Ooh.
So we've probably been staying a little too much indoors these days.
Forget COVID. We're canceling COVID and we're all going on a safari.
I wasn't going to mention COVID. I was just going to say we've all been probably inside a lot. So, yeah, let's take a little safari. Let's take a little vacation.
A little trip.
Yeah. Even if it's mostly in our minds and on our wrists and necks. We can take a little trip.
We can take a trip. I'm perfectly fine to take a trip to Africa and go to the Serengeti. So Anna has here to take a trip to Africa where you spot a leopard on a branch, flicking its tail in the tree, and strap on your binoculars, lace up your boots, and let's have a wild adventure.
So that was the abbreviated version.
That was the abbreviated version. You'll have to read and chuckle as you read because it really is like, really? I'm stuck indoors and I can't go anywhere? No, now you can go on a safari. So it's perfectly themed for this month.
It takes a little imagination.
A little imagination. So inside of each of these subscription boxes, and remember if you do get the box, recycle the box and show us what you do with it on the Facebook group for the best box. And inside here, there's always papers that go along with it. The first paper you're going to notice is this introduction to your best bead box. And then inside is your list of materials. So Anna, do you want to break down for us kind of what we have inside that best box?
Yes, so the project that everyone's going to get this month is actually, it's kind of like a threefold project.
Perfect.
It's more of a technique that we're teaching you. We just did a video on the bizarre bracelet, which is, oops, sorry.
The bizarre bracelet that I stole
down here, yeah.
Which also would make a great anklet too, as a side note.
Yeah, or you could do a necklace, but it's basically a technique showing you how to do the macrame and how you can incorporate the beads in. In the bizarre video, in that crazy, strange, bizarre video, we actually take you through how to do this specific pattern. But like I said, turn it into anything. The knotting, the macrame is a great summer project because it's not really heavy. You have a lot of leeway. You don't have to make like something thick that's, sometimes I don't really want to wear anything like thick in the summer.
Yeah, you get warm and you just want lightweight objects. And this is a really great.
That's why we went with something like that.
That's the #1 comment that we've gotten so far already on the video that goes along with it. So you get in the box, you get your wax linen cord, which is awesome because there's a ton of it on here. Yeah. So not only can you do the bizarre bracelet, but in the instructions, and the 2O seed beads go with that. They're big. They're 2Os.
They are, yeah.
They are big seed beads. And then also some different little pewter or brass spacers and a button to go along with. But then also in that summer knotted jewelry, you want to grab the pattern there, Anna?
Yeah, so the summer knotted jewelry, so what we did was we incorporated a few different techniques in here. So when you get your pattern, you're going to have the bizarre bracelet. So we've got written instructions so you can do it exactly the way that Allie did it in the video. And then we also show you the safari necklace, which is, again, it's more like a technique. You don't have a specific pattern. So you get to really be creative and sort of show like put your own influence on this. It's not going to be like following a step by step very closely. It's a technique that we're showing you.
You are tying knots. And again, the video just went live today as we're recording this, and the first thing people said is, this is an awesome way to use up all of the random extras that I have for my box. So look into your box for the extra months that go along with it. But I wanted to show the necklace as well, the safari necklace, and then you list in the instructions to the wrap bracelet. And so many of the different materials that you have can be used for these techniques. So I love the fact that everybody is getting a spool, whether or not it's white or brown or black, of the wax linen cording, because a little bit goes a long way. It's about 0.8 millimeter, but when you kind of twist it, you make it your own needle out of it, and you can even get 8O seed beads on it. We have some Potomac crystals here that fit on, so it's a really good kind of odds and ends bracelet.
Yeah, with the wax linen cord, you're definitely going to want to take the end here and just give it a nice little twist at the end, or even with scissors, cut it at a little angle and give it a twist, because it'll make a really nice fine needle point, but you have to kind of just you might have to tweak it now and then and kind of redo it in case it frays as you work.
And that waxed material that it is awesome because you can do that.
Exactly.
So this is also a great thing that, you know, you're not going to use this whole strand, even if you do, or the whole spool, even if you do the safari necklace, which is based on 8 strands of the actual cord, you're going to have extra left over. So that's why Anna and Jenny included in it. Not only can you check out the bazaar bracelet, look at some of your past materials for the safari necklace, and then if you want to, even try out the wrap bracelet. And obviously there's videos for all of those things as well too. So I actually really love the idea of this month. I can go on my safari, I can make it what I want it to be, and I can do any kind of knotting or wrapping or tons and tons and tons of options with that cord.
Yeah. Also great if you know somebody who doesn't really do beading. It's a great non-threatening way to get somebody involved where
just tie a knot.
It's not intimidating. It's not a lot of following a lot of rules and paying attention very closely to a pattern. Just tying some knots and
an
having
overhand
fun.
knot, literally just one overhand knot does it. You tie the knot, you put a bead on, tie a knot, and the knots don't even need to be close.
I have a version of the safari on too. I don't know if we can see it very well, but
with the
it's
green.
Basically just, it's the same, only yours was much more
full.
Yeah. This one's got
a little bit less.
Yeah.
And your mama made that for you, right?
Yeah, my mom made that.
Your mom made that.
She saw the safari bracelet or necklace and she said, bring those beads home. I want to
make my
I
own.
want to make one.
So we're inspiring people near and far.
So my mom made this, and my mom is not a beader.
So it's a good introduction.
Yeah.
Anna's mom, you're going to get all kinds of comments. Anna's mom did a lovely job. So in addition to the project, which again, it can be modified, you have tons of different options for what you want to do. There's also beads for your stash.
Yes, and a lot of these beads can also be incorporated into those projects. So we have some more metal spacers, so you're going to get some brass and silver spacers, and of course you can use those for any of these projects or just stringing. We have some faceted round beads in a fun, funky color here.
And little spoiler alert too, I do have another video coming up from the examples with the forget-me-not earrings that are coming up to go along with this box as well too.
Yeah, and I love including the faceted rounds in a couple different sizes, usually in every box, because they are so versatile, so you really can never
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong.
They look really cool too in the wrap bracelets as well, so check out that chandelier style, which was also included in that knotted.
Some round duo beads. That's also be a great thing to do with your wrap bracelet. You just include those round duos down the center of a wrap bracelet.
And when it comes to round duos, we've been looking at how many projects we have with all of our exclusive beads. There are tons and tons and tons with round duo beads, including one that just came out yesterday when you're viewing this. So check out all of those round duo videos that are in there too.
And I grabbed, I know neon's not for everybody, but in the summer, it's nice to have a little punch of that.
It makes me feel so much more tan.
Summery,
like when I'm wearing this.
Think of like poolside, going, out in the summer in the bright sun. Everyone's wearing a little bit, brighter colors, so.
And
nice
this has been the necklace that everybody's been stealing out of Anna's office. So every day somebody new has on the safari necklace. So it's been a good inspiration if you want to be cool and hip like all of us here at PotomacBeads. Try out the neon, and I guarantee you will get compliments. So if you say, oh, they're so bright, they're so neon, they look a little bit like fishing lures.
It looks really good against like a tan, or like when your skin gets a little darker in summer, the neon looks really good.
It looks perfect. So if you are on your African safari, you get a little burnt, that's okay. It'll still look great with those fun little neon. And I like how you called them tiny tassels.
Yeah,
they're little baby
tassels.
tassels.
Little baby tassels.
And then what else do we have, Anna?
We have some trillion beads.
Oh, and the trillions, I just had done a live event where I taught the trillions for the earrings when we did.
Yeah, they look like spaceship to me.
Galactic,
galactic
earrings.
Yeah.
And also I just did a ring base too, which of course I took off today. But I had a ring base that I showed how to use any of these on,
and
they would be
like
perfect.
a peyote stitch bezel.
Just a peyote stitch bezel.
Yeah. These would be great. Just as earrings, wrong side. Just as little earrings or
on that green screen. the green earrings that just make you look like you have big holes in your ears. Safari is the hard one to hold up to the green screen. But I love this emerald color with the brass. Such a pretty color. Even I'm looking at it now and I'm like, ooh, if I do the point down, and even though it's like bold, I like the idea of highlighting them. Yeah. With those little tassels on the bottom too. Yeah. So cool stuff.
You'll find a lot of like the neon in a lot of stores right now as they get into summer.
It's the fancy cool kid. If you want to be the cool kid, be like the cool kids, you wear neon.
Yeah, right. Or if you have kids in your life, like don't make it for yourself, make it for kids. Like they're gonna love it.
Yeah, and then we go into some ginkgo beads.
Ginkgo beads, yep.
And if people don't know what ginkgo beads are, they look like a ginkgo leaf.
Yeah, like a little shell ginkgo shape, and they're super cute. They fit well really together.
Look with them also, again, same deal, we have some patterns on the ginkgos, but if you're looking at the ginkgo beads also, they're a great multi-hold bead to get started with because they fit nestled inside of one another. So check those out, lay them out, play with them, like take them out of the package, lay them on your bead on it board and play around with looking at the ginkgos to make your own pattern. Because they're 2 holes, there's a lot of versatility that you can even do, again, that leather wrap bracelet on your wrist where you run the ginkgos and the round duos and get those multi-holes in there. And with that summer color, it'll look nice even with the white. So very cool.
Do that all year round. So we have some 6mm beads. Yeah, we sent you a bunch of those. I like the safari.
These look like they, I know in some of the boxes, you have the green that you're working with. In this one, you have the Picasso. So there's some color variation sometimes from box to box.
Yeah, we try not to make it very much, but there is some color variation, but all within that theme.
But I love that idea because for me, that's like, oh, I'm going to wear these colors when I go out on my safari. So it doesn't really matter which ones I'm doing. I have, and especially when it comes to something like the safari necklace, it doesn't really matter what you use.
It doesn't.
You can't go wrong.
We put some colors together that I thought this was going to look horrible, and it looks amazing.
Thanks, Anna. I did you justice. Usually when she does the colors together, I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. But your art degrees paying off. All of those art degrees are paying off.
Good. I'm so glad that was money well spent.
Yeah. And then we have our silver centerpiece. Yeah. So you're going to have a silver centerpiece.
Yeah. So we have a couple different ones. This is one of the ones that's included. And you can hang things off of it. You can put a little, like glue something in there.
A 6mm or 7mm cabochon would fit really well in there. You can also keep it empty, obviously. But I'm looking at it now thinking, all right, let's hang some tassels every other. Let's do some cord right up here connected with my beads. So I'm still going to do that knotting technique, but I'm going to hang it out of the top. So I see fun things happening. Or you can even just hang charms down from there and take your cord through the middle here. That if you back it like this, double it over, put it through that hole, and then make that the area where it actually hangs from.
Oh, yeah.
You can hang it from there and then do charms or tassels hanging down in front there.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a bunch of different possibilities. Also, keep in mind, looking at this, there's a bunch of holes in here.
Yes.
And a lot of our most successful videos when it comes to earrings and the ones that we wear constantly are used as forms that you brick stitch or you bead on top of that. This would work really well for that top area to do some beads and add some beads to it too.
Yeah.
So number of the different ones, filigree pieces with the silver, really pretty.
Great jumping off point for a ton of different projects. And then I think the next one I have here is some slim Nivettes.
Slim Nivettes. So not big Nivettes, and don't worry.
You've quite a few of them too. So I was thinking that these would be really cool because we included.
They do not balance well on your wrist.
But so I was thinking it would be super cool to make a pendant, sort of like in a like a diamond shape, and these aren't going to sit right. But basically, just making
stacking them all together,
stacking them,
kind of along that line, or even thicker.
Is it the Iaspis pendant or something that we did? Yeah. So, I mean, this is like really, really rough.
And endless possibilities there.
But yeah, just kind of, Oh yeah, yours looks really good. Mine.
That was falling apart. And then also, then I'm going to get my trillion, stick that on the top. And that's going to be my earring hanging down. Look at those
for
together.
Going out to dinner. Yeah,
I know, for my outdoor dining on my safari. /COVID dining experience. It'll just be outdoors. That's why this one's good, because I'm in the African safari, I'm outdoors, and I'm going to make all my beautiful, beautiful jewelry.
Yep.
I keep seeing that meme floating around that it's like the beaters after quarantine because we've all been beating a lot. So it's just like them covered head to toe in necklaces and bracelets. We're gonna lighten you up with the wax linen cording this time, and you're not gonna have such heavy pieces on as you're working with them.
I do have a friend that just was showing me all the jewelry she made, and it is a lot.
She's gonna wear them all at the same time. There's
Yes.
an opportunity. And to round it out, we have
Yes, and some 4mm light peridot AB Potomac crystal rounds. So you actually have 3 different crystals this month.
nice.
We went heavy on the crystals.
Even thinking about it, the nivettes, even though they would spin around, you could also put the nivettes onto the wax cord, and they would look really, really cool with it.
Yeah, if you run the wax cord, or if you just do like a stretch bracelet. Some pretty color on that side.
You could even just ignore the second hole and just go through the first hole and have them hang down as daggers too.
Like little teeth. Very safari. Very...
You just didn't sell me. You unsold me on the idea. Do you want blue teeth hanging from
I used to have from Africa this little teeth necklace, like tiger tooth fang necklace.
Yeah. Yeah, but prettier. Go with it.
Pretend like it's a good idea.
It's a great idea, Anna. So this is all the contents that is going to be from the best box. Then what we do is take it up a notch. We'll take all of this stuff, put it into your box, and then in addition to all of this wonderful stuff, you get even more. So I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit. We'll come on over here and
so we were just talking about the stash stuff. Do you want to just...
let's keep going with the stash, and then we'll talk about
So those are beads for your stash.
So you've got a whole list here of beads for your stash that were also listed, and you can see kind of the difference here, that these are the beads for your stash that are listed in the best box, and then look at all the extra materials that you're getting from the XL box. And on the bottom of that box too, we'll touch on it, but we'll make sure that you realize that it's happening. There's a PotomacBeads.com/ideas. Check that out, whether or not you have the best box or the best box XL, because you get even more than what's in the box as far as ideas, suggestions, videos, all of that.
And we post videos there for other tutorials using beads in the box.
Okay, so after my Potomac crystals, what else do I have then that are included?
So we're going to include 4 more beads for your stash. So you're going to get some Moby Duo 2-hole beads.
Very cool.
Yep, in a nice, sandy, warm sort of color, neutral color.
The plains of Serengeti.
The plains.
The sand
color.
dunes
That's what we were going for.
Go ahead.
Some delicas, because you can never have enough
delicas.
Simple seed bead.
Even like the earrings that Anna's wearing right now, which might be a little bit hard to see there, but they are, then you can take them off. The idea of just taking some of the delicas and going around a form too. And even some of those nivettes that you have, you could just do delicas right around the edge. Also, Anna just did last month a beautiful bracelet design. Good job, Anna. That I called the sorbet bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the sorbet bracelet, it uses delicas. In most boxes, you will get a fair amount of delicas or 15-0 or 11-0 seed beads that you can then use for some of those really, really simple designs. So that's kind of fun. Or you could use the delicas for the top of the ring if you're doing either the slim nivettes or even any of the
there you go.
trillions. So you can put those right on top, and you've got your ring for that video as well.
Yep. We're going to include a couple cabochons. Have leopard ones here, or I think you're going to get maybe a couple of different
little themes.
But all we try to stick with the theme.
Ocean waves, safaris, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. And then some pewter geometric beads, because
they look like they came off of Pride Rock.
Yeah,
and when they
safari,
paint on,
I don't think of white picket fences and flowers. I think of geometry and cool prints and
fun stuff.
So
fun stuff. So I like the prints here. Like I said, it kind of makes me think of that I had joked that it's in the beginning of The Lion King when he's up on the mountain and they're holding Simba up, paint designs on his forehead. That's what it looks like.
That's what I go. Maybe not that specifically, but
But I made it specific.
But you got it.
And okay, so those are the extra materials. And then also keep in mind too, you can fit some of these into that designs for the other ones. So if you want to do a wrap bracelet, include some of these, and also do the bazaar bracelet or the safari necklace. A lot of these can be included in that too.
Yeah, I think we did a really good job this month of
making everything work.
Everything works for pretty much anything with that oxygen cord. So these are the fanfare earrings that we redid in some safari colors.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now will you get a combination, will people get a combination of these colors or some of these exact same ones?
Probably these exact same ones,
Okay.
and maybe a combination.
Like if you mix the copper with the green
But you're gonna get, this is a representation of the colors that we have. So all of like the golds, the coppers, the greens, a little punch of orange and copper,
And looking how nice those will actually look with my safari necklace.
Yeah.
I can use my Vexolo earrings to go along, the fanfare necklace to go along with the earrings. Cool.
Yeah. So for these guys, you're gonna need some Vexolos, and you should have a good amount extra of pretty much anything that we give you. So even though let's say you're gonna do these earrings, you're gonna have extras, so find something else to do with Vexolos, like
Do
a
a
little
little
ring,
pendant.
another little pair of earrings.
Pendant. Because there's always included in the boxes the instructions then that go along with an additional video too. So you have the written instructions for the fanfare earrings telling you exactly how to make them and exactly where your thread goes, the little link to the video as well. But you're getting more than those. So you need 16 Vexolos, you're getting more. And I know a lot of these other materials too, you're getting more of those pieces.
Yes. So you get the Vexolos, you need some 15Os and some 8Os. So you're going to get a couple colors of those. And you only need
Two per earring, 4. 4 total.
Yeah, you designed those. Why did you do
I did.
one,
4.
2,
I know, 2. 4. 4 of those.
But yeah, you're only going to need 2 or 4 of those. So you've got a ton extra 8Os. You can make simple little stretch bracelets that you slide on and off with extra seed beads.
Again, going back to the leather wrap, these look really cool too, going along with, I want somebody out there, make one of the leather wrap bracelets with all of the different 2-hole beads in it. So the Moby duos, some of the Vexolos, some of the round duos, and then put 8Os in between, and you can have
that
those
would be
on
fun.
it. So, yeah.
Some round trios, and you're only going to need 2 of them. So
Again, why did you make this with 2? So the idea with these earrings, for those of you that have the box, was that we were giving a lot of these items as samples and free gifts. So people message a lot of times and they're like, hey, what can I do with just 6 or 8 of these beads? So we do some of the earrings where you don't need a ton of materials to do them.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, so it makes a little more sense now.
Yeah, thanks for busting on me, Anna. Thank you, Anna. I'm glad you used it in your box today. So,
but just one 8O.
1 8O. 1 8O. It made it.
But it made it. You only need 4 bicones.
But you held up 3 fingers.
You need 4
We're having trouble
bicones.
counting anyway. 4 bicones
It's been
will do
a long week making these boxes. So again, like more. Make cute
You got
little, like,
extras.
clusters. I would love to see like some little clusters with these. Maybe a Vexolo or like a round duo or a round trio, and then a cluster of these guys at the bottom, the crystals at the bottom, yeah.
So I'm thinking these would look really cool also in that brick stitch style at the top of the metal pendant. Then you could hang down some of your extra Vexolos, even doing smaller versions of the fan, because they would look really cool
maybe just
from the
taking
bottom
the
there.
fan and hanging that at the bottom center and something,
Yeah, look at the
lots of
instructions.
ideas.
You probably won't need 1 8O to do it. You could use your 8Os if you want. But look at your instructions because they'll give you an idea how to do that fan shape, putting them together. And I like the idea of them hanging from the actual metal piece as well.
Then we have some tubelip beads.
You only need 4 per earring. You need 8 total.
You need 8 total, yeah. So this would be another one. In summer, I like the idea of like simple like stretch bracelets because you're going to the pool or to the beach. You don't have any metal.
Yeah,
you don't have any metal to tarnish, so you could wear them in the water, like at the beach, in the shower, when you shower off, everywhere. You don't have to ever take them off. So no metal is amazing in summer. And as I say, no metal.
Then there's some ear wires.
Metal.
Let
me send you the ear wires because you need those.
And one thing to make note of, I know a couple people have messaged about this in different boxes, that some of the patterns will say optional wire guards or ear wires. or different kind of settings at the top. Keep in mind, we always give you alternatives too. So you can do that seed beaded loop, even though it says 2 wire guards on the instructions. In the instructions, it's going to say like, hey, you can do a seed beaded loop instead, or here's the other way to do it. So keep in mind, the more videos you watch, the more ideas you get. You can also, in my mind, you've got extra beads, so keep going. Throw a crystal on top of there, one of your crystals. Throw an 8-0 on top of there, so you use 3 per earring, and make them a little bit longer and a little bit more fun and dangly too. And then again, to reiterate, you're getting so many more materials than what you actually need to do.
Right, yeah. These aren't kits specifically for the earrings. We just make sure that you have all the materials that you need.
And then also, there is always a bonus pattern each month.
So this month, so the idea behind a bonus pattern is it's usually something that you would have some of the beads included in the box, not all of them, or we have things, or we try to give you a pattern that you probably have the stuff already in your stash if you've been beading for a little while, or you get the beads from previous boxes. So try to make it something that you probably don't need to just go out and buy everything for.
In the list.
Yeah. And so the beaded hairpin we thought was a good one because last month we sent you the 18mm cabochons, 2-hole cabochons.
Nice.
So yeah, and you do have round duos. I mean, the colors, of course,
are going to be
different. But if you wanted to just try it, even if you didn't care for the colors together, you've got what you need. You've got some beads, some beads, crystals.
You got a couple beads.
You got a couple beads.
And the cool thing with this is, same deal, it gives you an idea. So you might say, I never thought about making a beaded hairpin. Let me take the Vexolo and I'll make that into a hairpin. Or you say, I'm never going to wear a hairpin. Guess what? Don't attach it to a hairpin.
Right. It's a pendant or it's a big pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Or if you don't like the exact way that it was done here, let's say, oh, I want to take my fanfare earrings, I'm going to make like this bottom part, and I'm just going to make it an entire circle and just glue that on a hairpiece. So it just gives you ideas. It's just a good jumping off point for more ideas.
So thanks so much, Anna, for, again, creating a great box, giving us a lot of ideas between all of the different summer wrapped jewelry, the fanfare earrings to go along with it, the ideas that can really be kind of jumping points when it comes to working with filigree pieces, working with the hairpins, gathering up and really using materials. That's what I feel like the key to this Serengeti box is. Use up some of the stuff you have.
It's really, one of our boxes should be Pandora's box.
That's a good idea.
I gotta remember that one.
What's in Pandora's box?
Because I feel like every month that's kind of what it is. It's not a kit where you have to follow a pattern slavishly to get this exact thing, but we want you to learn techniques, we want you to get comfortable using the beads, and then just have a lot of fun.
And the great thing about it, like Anna said, is that everybody's doing something different. So it's not going to look all the same because it's not, you have to do it exactly as it is. You can say, designed by, beaded by me, and I made these changes. When you do so, make sure also to post it in our Facebook group, not only for beading and jewelry making, but also ask to become a member of our new Facebook group, which is for the Best Bead Box.
Yes, Best Bead Box. Yes, join Best Bead Box because I love seeing when people have to show there. It's amazing, the creativity. You can post a question if you have a question about, I don't know what to do with these tubelets.
Or different ideas. See what everybody did with them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you'll be blown away by some of the pieces that people make that aren't from the box, just coming up on their own, doing embroidery pieces, making their own patterns. It's really inspiring.
And from all of the new materials in the box, taking it, reworking it in ways that we never even thought of, and creating these awesome pieces. Because definitely become a member of it, because there are some really, really awesome beaders out there.
Last month, we did the daisy chain, and some people made that their own. And there's some really good daisy chains out there.
Very, very cool.
That weren't exactly what we did, but they're awesome.
They worked. And then also, just to reiterate, on that card, when you open it up, when you get your intro card, at the very bottom of the card there is a link for PotomacBeads.com/ideas. And the ideas page is really
Ideas for best bead box.
So it's helping you inspire each month different videos that are based around some of the materials that are in the box that you will have extra left over from the pattern, or if you want to rework
beads.
it.
Yep, your stash beads. We give you ideas, videos, video links to projects using those stash beads.
And I also want to say to people, you have permission from both Anna and myself to not do any of the patterns that are inside the box. A lot of people will message and say, oh, I have to do this pattern, this. No, you don't.
No,
you can pass it off to a friend, rework it, look at that ideas page for all different. We'll never know unless you post it in a book.
Offended.
Yeah. Use up the materials in a different way. Check out those links as well. Remember, if you do want to get the best bead box or the best bead box XL, check below the video. We'll do links to the website that you can check out, PotomacBeads.com, as well as also make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button that's been down near Anna to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads. So Anna, thank you again for another fun unpacking of a bead box. Hopefully you all enjoy the Serengeti box as much as I have liked to feel like I am out on a safari and traveling around.
Well, I feel like I've been working in the Serengeti safari.
A little warm in the warehouse
a little heat wave going on here.
Yeah. So thanks guys so much for watching. Enjoy your boxes. Let us know what you make and show it off. Also remember, you can comment below and you can include in that some of the different suggestions, ideas, things that you're looking for, that you wish were in the box. We'd love to hear from you. So from Anna and I, thanks so much for watching and have fun with your box.